Sorry, I'm late.
That's okay.
I left at 5:45 from High Springs. Took this long.
Wait,
The
not
traffic is horrible, I know.
4:45.
Well, you traveled a second.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I reckon when it gets darker, people just drive slower.
Yeah.
Really? It's like
Oh,
a
yeah,
pretty
the traffic
sunset
is
out
horrible.
there. Oh my gosh.
Oh, you should see on my page, on my Facebook page. Yeah, if you click, and I'll add you as a friend, you can see some of the other photos. Did you see the rainbow that I?
I look at everything.
Oh.
That's gorgeous. I lay in the bed and I'm like, oh, this is so pretty. I'm gonna see it today.
The colors are gorgeous. I did not know. That means coal coming in. Coal? Yes. Sailor. When you have well, my dad was a sailor, and he used to tell me, when you see the red like that, there's a cold front not far. Oh. Yeah. Good to know. So I always try, like, when I see it, I tell my son, cold front coming in, honey, so we ought to get our coats out.
This is the time of year I go with that.
All right, Mr. Chairman, you ready?
Calling the Arts Council of Alachua County meeting to order at 5:37 p.m. First, next on the agenda is approval of this evening's agenda, which is for December 6, 2021.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next is item number 3, which is approval of 3 minutes from September 13th, October 4th, and November the 1st. In the packet and also was emailed, so is there a motion to approve those minutes?
I move to approve.
A second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next is the item number 4, call to artist ranking for fire stations 33 and 40.
So Larry, you're up first with 33.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Gina, I cannot share my screen while you have yours up.
Okay, well, I will stop sharing.
Yep. All right, okay. So first I'm gonna show the disclosure statement, also known as the conflict of interest form. This is to make sure that none of the participants evaluating the call to artists have any conflict of interest for this call to artists. I have Lucia Curta. Is it Curta?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I have David Reese, Dr. Queen, and David Sutton that do not have any, and David Reese that do not have any conflict of interest. I am missing some of yours. So I think Ms. Carol, Ms. Chelsea.
I do not have a conflict of interest, and I can complete the form if I need to. I do not, for the record.
I believe I sent mine into you. I resent it this afternoon, Lyra. This is Chelsea.
Okay, there may be somewhere in my email. I have not found it yet. Oh my God, sorry. Oh yes, I did see it, but it was for Fire Station 40 and not Fire Station 33, the one I saw for yours.
Okay. Well, I have no conflicts. I could,
Okay, thank you. Yeah, we usually ask for them to be filled out and signed and all that stuff, so we can keep it as a record. But it's okay for the time being. Now let me minimize this. So these are the scores that I have up to now. I did not see Carol's or Chelsea's. My understanding was that you were going to use the form, the Excel spreadsheet form, and you were going to email it to me. I didn't see the emails that you had filled it out in the CodaWorks. Unfortunately, in CodaWorks, I cannot see anything, and I had not received a word from the vendor if they were working on it or not. It's been going on for a couple of weeks now. So whenever you're ready, Carol,
I can give you my scores for,
Perfect.
the one that's up there, 22,305.
all right, so whenever you're ready, just let me know. For Beth Rabbits,
Oh, wait a minute. Do I need to add them all up or just go down the line?
you can just give me the totals.
Okay, then go to Chelsea. Let me add them up. Okay.
Okay. This is
Okay, Chelsea, do you have them totaled?
I do, yeah, for, it's in a different order, let me see, okay, Ravitz, 80, Kirk, 40, McMao, 90, Kimball, 88, and Pizzle, 90.
All right, so I have 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Looks like you put 2 5s there.
Yes, because they're both 90. So
Oh, I
what
see.
we do, yeah, so what we do in that case, we basically jump to 4. So next one will be 3.
Got it.
Carol, whenever you're ready.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm sorry.
So my understanding is that you're going to be choosing 2 alternatives in this case, and you're going to be asking them to submit their actual proposals.
So what we're doing is the top 2 or 3 highest ranked ones, I'm gonna pay each of those top 2 or 3, depending on how it scores out, $150, and then they will
Oh,
provide their sketch. So we're gonna actually take all 2 or 3 to the Board of County Commissioners with the sketch that was provided, and then they see this is exactly what we're getting.
Correct. Okay.
All right, so for me, Carol, Beth, 70. Kurt, 60.
50 or 60?
60, 60.
60. Okay.
Acac, 90. Kimball, 68. And Fabio, 60.
Yes, I have 5, 4, 3. Okay, so the way we are scoring these is using the weighted points. All right, so David, I'm gonna read what I have for you so we can review and make sure that I have them correctly in here.
Yes.
So for Beth, I have 39, Kirk 22, McMo 67, Tyler 60, and Fabio 48.
Yes.
Irina, Beth 90, Kirk 80, McMo 90, Tyler 90, Fabio 80.
You're muted, Irina.
Oh,
I'm here.
okay, thank you. Lucia, I have Beth 89, Kirk 88, McMo 85, Tyler 89, and Fabio 87. Dr. Queen, I have Beth 60, Kirk 43, McMo 43, Tyler 71, Fabio 90.
Yes.
And Mr. David Sutton, I have Beth 40, Kirk 30, McMo 40, Tyler 35, and Fabio 30.
Yes.
All right. So according to the weighted points that we have in there, your first place would be McMo, your second place would be Tyler, third place would be Beth, fourth Fabio, and fifth Kirk. Let me see if this will let me sort it out. All right, so you would be taking 2 or 3. What does anyone have any comment, anything to say, any questions?
I got one simple question for the rest of the board. When it asked for references from previous clients,
Right.
I saw most of them just had references. It said professional, like some of them had been, I don't know if that was necessarily people they done work for, so I wasn't sure on that.
That was my question too with Fabio. I didn't see that one. I saw that he had done previous work with us, but I was concerned that he didn't have that.
So usually when we ask for references, in this case, when it comes to artists, yes, clients are permitted. If you wanted to look something more professional, that would also count. So either or in this case.
And I just graded mine in past failure. They had the information that was on the sheet or they didn't have it.
Gotcha. So are your scores correct then?
Yes.
Okay.
I just let the board, that's how I looked at it.
All right. So does anyone have any questions? Does anyone want to change any scores? Any further comments or discussion that you would like to have? Are you happy with what you see?
Then I do need a motion to recommend McNow Art Glass, Tyler Kimball, and Beth Rabbit to develop a conceptual sketch of the stained glass for Fire Station 33. Are you making that motion?
Am I allowed to?
You are, you're voting, yes, sir.
All right, yeah, I'll make that motion.
Okay.
Is there a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All righty. And that's it for me.
Thank you so much, Lyra, and thank you
Oh,
so
no,
much,
thank you.
Mr. Kimball. So congratulations, and I'll be sending you an email probably tomorrow. All right, and so with that, Irina, I need a little technical support. I got your email and I have, clicked, so let me share my screen.
I can share screen and explain everything.
Oh, please do, thank you.
Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the page you saw when you were evaluating artists and all their artworks. We had 3 images per artist, and in this table you can see how automatically artists were pushed up if they got more scores. Thus we have several of them getting more, and now we would need to decide how many of them we would like to compare more close. So again, because the process is a little bit different from how we were doing it before. This is the first round when we only look if artists submit the proper materials, proper examples, and evaluate them from the aesthetics. As aesthetic perception of the art, and then we can compare them in more detail. So this is how it will look. Some of the artists have already submitted and created their pages on this site, which is easy to compare. But as we decide whether we want to have 6 or 10 artists, I can set this compare table. And here we can see like personal information, artistic information, location, but also we can set other criteria that we want to evaluate for. For example, in our call to artists, we give a lot of scores for resume and different information in the resume, and we can set it here. Let's say name and contact information is present, and I would just set it yes, yes, and or no. Just basically doing the job for you and easier going through these questions. However, the resume would be attached, so you can easily go and double check if needed or learn more information. And you can also click on the artist's page and then see more about artist's work. It would contain the bios, the images, and location, Instagram, whatever they provide to share, and here you can see more of their work that they submitted. Sometimes we even have videos that you can see and learn more about the artist. This is the proposed way to compare artists, and my question to you is how many from the list you would like to select. Let's, for example, we have a finalist who has 9 score, we have several who have similar score, 833, and then it goes down. So for example, we can stop on just these guys, the last one, 833, or we can select 10 and compare them in more detail. What do you think?
So the most I can pay $150, because I've already deducted that from the budget, is 3. So in that case, I see that one artist has 9, so I think Anon should be in, but then we have 4 artists that each have 8.33, and we need to cut that in half. So we need a little guidance on, do you guys want to rescore those 4 again, or do we want to ask for something from the top 5, basically, to try and narrow it down to 3?
So yeah, I can compare these artists. I can create a page so you could compare this next to each other among them, Anon, who already have 9, but I can set more information for those who got 833, so you could see who you would like to select to have only 3, and this guy then would be paid to create the design. Sounds good? And the rating, we have a special place for rating where you can just place or not or anything, and I will see that, and this is how it can work. Or as Gina said, we can just re-rate and think more about it, about each of them, and give more different scores. Also, I have created a report which I sent to Gina. We have this information also as a table, and I have ratings per image, which like average rating per image that we can also analyze if needed for some kind of information. So yeah, please suggest how you see the process would be more fair and convenient for us if we use this software.
I didn't vote.
Just to be clear, we're selecting 3,
No more than 3.
no more than 3. So Anon, he's basically past the cut, because
I think so,
Yes.
yes. He's got the highest.
so we need to pick 2 out of the 4 of the 8.33.
Right, and there's a couple ways we could do it, like if you wanted to even take a few minutes, maybe, Irina could show us 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then you say, this is my number 1 favorite one, this is my number 2, my number 3, and number 4. And then we kind of do what Lyra did, and then basically the one with the low score. Yeah.
Or the 2 lowest.
Yeah, the one then with the 2 low, so it's like golf, because more people like that one as their number 1. So if we want to do something almost like that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, maybe yeah, we just accept this give people opportunity to think again and just announce the scores like you said, number 1, number 2, number 3 among all this, and I write it down, or you or later I can write it down and give it to me so I could rearrange it.
So maybe if we could look very closely at Robert Delgado, C. Stanley Creative, and then the other 2 that were 8.33 points, and then I'll ask each of you, which is your number 1, number 2, so.
Yes, I would propose to compare them in this table. And so I would just send link to everybody, or like a send link to Gina. Gina can send to everybody.
We're trying to do it right now, Irina.
Right now?
Yes.
Okay, so.
So it's Robert, C. Stanley Creative, she goes over, after Stanley was next? Patrick Maxey, oh.
What would you like me to show?
You guys see how it is now on the screen, okay?
I can see.
No. Yeah, she can just kind of click through after we write down the name. This is gonna be for,
the mural, for the fire station, bay wall mural. Irina, could you click on, Mr. Delgado's work so that they can see it, like, bigger?
Yes. 1 second. Delgado.
So if you like his work best, he would be your number 1.
So that was Roberto Delgado. Now next we have Stanley. Stanley, hold on. Stanley is this, yes. That was Stanley. And then we have Patrick. And what's the last one? And Visionary Femme. It's a Gainesville-based artist. Let me know if you would like to see anything else again.
She said that one was Gainesville days?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Are any of the others?
No.
No.
Stanley and Patrick, they are from Florida. Roberto is from somewhere else, and the Visionary Femme are Gainesville based.
Anybody ready with their scores?
I am.
All right. Okay.
I put Visionary 1. I think a big part of it is the Gainesville for me.
Okay.
I like the work. Patrick 2, Robert 3, and the creative 4. We're doing low score.
Low score
All
wins.
right.
So your number 1 is your favorite one, and I know it seems weird to give them only 1 point, but low score wins. All right, and Queen, you're sitting out?
mhm.
Okay. Carol, you ready?
Robert 1, Visionary 2, Stanley 3, Patrick 4.
Okay.
Delgado
And,
one.
and I also can submit my choice, right, Jen? I don't have any conflict of interest here because I don't know this artist or don't communicate, right?
So, so long as you don't financially gain from anybody that's selected, you don't have a conflict of interest.
Yes, so would you accept my 4 scores for this?
Yes.
So number 1 is Visionary Femme among these. Then, sorry?
Bud was giving his score, so I'll come to you. 1 second, Irina.
Oh.
Okay, so yes, sir, Robert Delgado, number 1.
Visionary 2, Patrick 3, and is it creative? Yeah,
Family
4.
Creative. Okay. So Irina, how about you?
Visionary Femme, then Patrick, Stanley, and Roberto.
Okay, so Visionary 1, Patrick 2, Family Creative 3, Robert Delgado 4.
Yes.
Okay, Lucia.
Visionary first,
Okay.
Delgado 2, Creative 3, Patrick 4.
Okay. Chelsea.
Visionary 1, Maxi 2, Stanley 3, and Delgado 4.
And your number 2 then, because Anon was number 1. So Visionary Sam is your number 2, with 8 total points, and Robert Delgado is number 3 with 15 total. So for the record, Patrick Maxey had 17 points, and C. Stanley had 20. So with that, I need a motion, please.
Who was the visionary, was one?
Visionary.
Well, technically it's 2, because Anon,
Oh,
who had
all right.
9 points, was number 1. So their Visionary Sam is number 2, and then, Robert Delgado is number 3. So what I would need is a motion to recommend Anon, Visionary Sam, and Robert Delgado to develop a conceptual sketch of the mural for Fire Station 40.
I'll make a motion to it.
For a second?
I-
All in favor? Aye.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Commissioner, welcome. I saw the players and I figured you guys were the visionaries. We were just ranking art for our fire station. That's exciting. Goodness. Crane. Able to get, I bet, Sharon, the crane? I don't know if, you had seen, we had an art loan of cranes, probably at least a year ago. It was pretty close. So at least a year and a half ago. And so the county just, so much that we went ahead and purchased them for permanent display.
The bird cranes or
Yeah.
lift cranes?
Crane crane. Oh, good.
That's nice.
I had never seen the group before. You guys have had some hard stuff. Speaking of the West Lawn. Have you guys already seen it? Oh, if you would like to hear the update, so.
We'd love for you to say.
That was a hard thing. Oh, my goodness, it's been hard. So as far as the, West Lawn update, the Historical Commission did vet the 3 nominees, and just so everybody remembers, Dr. Patricia Hilliard-Nunn, Dr. Cullen Banks, and Reverend T.A. Wright at their November 8th meeting, and they didn't find anything in their background that would cause concern or embarrassment, for the, commission, for the community. So all 3 are being submitted to the county commission for discussion at their December 14th, so that's next Tuesday, agenda. And then, we'll ask the board to select one, or, the community government program actually asked that all 3 be recognized, but I'll tell the board then as well, I'm a little concerned about money, like, a statue for 3. It's, I think, more expensive, but artists are super creative, so maybe they can figure it out. Or we don't want to do any of this, and let's go back to the drawing board. They're the board, they can do whatever they want. Yes, ma'am.
How come they can't put those figures of people, Cotton Club, and put something else that represents the diversity of Alachua County?
And that could be a recommendation that comes before
Yeah,
the
you
board
guys
as well.
need to, because, you know what, my biggest concern was, I've done a lot of this kind of sculpting with these people, with the bronzes and the clay and all of that. It's really hard to find an artist good enough to do justice to the people you, somebody's gonna be upset because it didn't look right, or the artist didn't, you know what I mean, or be insulted. That happened with the statue of Dr. King in Washington, everybody thought that he had been disrespected by the way the artist portrayed him. So that's the danger, So,
A lot of us don't know these people. I'm just speaking for me.
Yes.
My thing is, we first agreed not to put any individual there. Secondly, when we memorialize somebody in sculpture, you wanna have a person that really impacts the lives of that unit or whatever it is. These people, if you went somewhere out in High Springs or the city of Alachua and ask, do you know these people? They would say, I don't know.
That's a real strong point.
So what have they done? You know, did they release the chains off of people? Did they come up with some type of discovery where people save lives? You know what I mean? So when you look back at people that we have memorialized, they play a big part in history. And a lot of people can either follow their leadership, their what they meant, their purpose, because I want to be able to tell my son, oh, that person did such and such. And he can say, oh, really? I can't tell him any of this. I can tell him about Charles Drew. You know, I can tell him about, you know, certain people in history that he can follow, you know. He named our car, my truck, after Marion, the lady that did the NASA. You understand? Yeah. And he's in 3rd grade. So, but he doesn't know these people.
You're talking like a candidate. You know, there's gonna be a whole bunch of openings next year, right? Just saying. They're always looking for recruits. I'm not kidding. No, we need folks, you folks out there.
Okay.
No.
I'll think about it. Jean, what you think?
I think he'd be awesome.
Carol, what you think? I'll be awesome.
She'd be awesome.
What do you think about what do you think?
I actually agree with Dr. Queen. I think that it should be something that is representative of the entire county, that speaks to, we had talked about truth, love, peace, justice, something like that, and not necessarily a individual. And even those 3 individuals, they're Gainesville based. And for those that live in High Springs, Micanopy, Alachua, they Archer, it doesn't have any significance to them, although they're great people. So I thought we should have stuck to the theme, and I would have liked to see some art there.
We got overruled.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had made recommendations for the Gainesville megaphone, and then the board said,
Oh, that's right, that was.
So we've gone around and around a couple times on this one.
I'm really sorry about that, y'all.
When it comes to statues in this area, as a sports junkie, my first thought goes to right outside Florida Field. And so basically, you're looking for somebody who means to Alachua County what Tim Tebow means to Florida football, if you're gonna get a.
You know, have you all seen the little statue over there by the old library? I sent a picture to Gina. Gina, do you have it?
Yeah, I'll see if I can,
Nobody sees it. I didn't even know it was there.
You talking about Martin Luther King?
It's 2 children that are with.
Oh, I've seen that before.
Yeah, I've seen that.
They have those
at the library.
And it's over there where nobody can see it, you know.
Yeah, even like.
Move that over here, you know, and then that's taken care of. But, no, I'm with you guys. I'm really sorry about the megaphone thing. They were having a hard time understanding how that could actually. I mean, I know you picked it from what you had, but my thought is, you know, of all the wonderful artists we have in Alachua County, why did we get such a narrow range of things to pick from?
I think it's because we got fixated on that word justice.
Okay.
And what's happening, what was happening
harmony
in the world.
Yeah.
You know, during this time, we've got marching, and I think we're caught up in that. We're wanting to be sensitive to it and speak to it, but again, that's not everybody's experience. So we want to be a county where we feel like, you know, it speaks to everybody. And if we get universal art, I mean, I think you even talked about a garden, like a sculptured garden.
Yeah. Because
I like the children.
that's what I suggested.
And I would think, you know, even like a mobile, you know, something that would hang and move, you know, that had chimes on it, you know, something to make the lights sound, or something that people could make music on. If you guys,
water.
And water, I've always advocated for water.
Yeah.
Because it helps drown out the sound of the city and gives a quiet place to be. But they fuss and say people are gonna pee in it. Well, they're not peeing over
well.
there, are they?
No.
No, not at
But, you
City
know,
Hall.
I lived in Miami as an artist for over 30 years. And they have shown that they can produce beautiful artwork and doesn't recognize any individual, you know, like abstract, you know?
Representational, maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
I think too, it was supposed to be a symbolic gesture because it was the taking down of old Joe and the replacing of something else. And I think the commission at this point needs to decide, what do we really wanna say when we put this here? We know what we like art, and that's what we want.
Well, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut this time, okay?
Well,
I like that, yeah.
I go back to say that abstract figure that can represent the diversity in the Alachua County itself. Will be more powerful.
I agree.
Because my daughter said, well, Mommy, because we passed here this morning, drop her off at US, and she said, well, where's it gonna go? And I showed her, she said, well, we're talking about all that money y'all spending for a sculpture, why don't you help the homeless? And I'm like, gee, you're right.
That's part of the resolution.
Right.
We artists fought for that.
Right. But,
Public art.
but what she's really saying is the same thing I'm saying. You have so much diverse here. And just focusing on, you know, sure, great, put a black person here, oh, great, wow, you know? But still, how are you memorializing someone? Nobody knows who they are. You know, they really have not made an impact in the county itself.
Well, if you could come up with a figure that maybe if you needed to put a plaque or something there, just, you know, and.
We can put a sundial.
A sundial, yes, something like that, sure. You know.
A Greek sundial with some flowers
Yeah.
that actually tell time.
It works.
Yeah.
Well, I just don't want you guys to be put off or put back, or, you know, assert yourself is what I'm trying to say. Assert yourself. And the new commission, you know, the new commissioners, and like I say, I'll keep my mouth shut, because I'm opinionated, you know, as an art person, and I've got a master's degree in art education, and I did these sculptures, I did stained glass, I did all that, I had to, in order to be able to teach it. But I'm also opinionated, and it's all very subjective. Art is subjective, you know that, you know, so, you know, what I like, you may not like. I know, I'm just kind of tired of looking at
That's
all
why I
these
didn't do the second
sculptures that are downtown with the colored shapes, you know, that show not a whole lot of.
I'm in agreement with these ladies here that I'd rather it be a abstract theme, or not even abstract theme, versus a person. So I don't know if we're all in agreement on that as a group here. So my question is to y'all is, what is our step as a group to let the commission know that we're not in favor of?
You're uncomfortable with that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I want to ask, I want to add something else to this.
And say, so I'm doing a presentation, like I'm standing behind the podium on
Okay.
Tuesday, and I 100% will tell them if that's really the
Right.
consensus of the group, like, we had a lengthy discussion at the Arts Council meeting, and they expressed sincere concern about honoring, memorializing
Right.
a specific person.
And I want to add to, I want to add this too. When we already had X amount of dollars with the idea of doing something, then you got this anonymous donor
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
that comes in and makes everybody do like this and change the direction. It doesn't look very good to the community. It doesn't look very good to the constituents that looking on the outside looking in, because they feel like, oh, all we have to do is pass them some money and they'll do what we want them to do. That's not a very good look.
Is the Martin Luther King thing still tied to that money?
No, so I talked to the donor, and they were happy with somebody else, so long as they were vetted and it wouldn't like be an embarrassment to the community.
Give them their money back.
Well, I have not received any of their money.
Where's the money, Gino?
But you can tell if you're going in a different direction, and if you'd like to throw that money there, you know, well,
Exactly.
Or how
Yes.
about put it in an arts fund,
if
so we
that's
can
right.
help artists,
Okay, there you go.
Our
We need
funds,
to convey
grants,
or job stuff throughout the
I think the
county.
person is pretty open to just something, like they see,
Donate it to
they see the empty slab.
Donate it
and
to
they
the
want
Arts Council Fund, that we can re-grant out, and we can help people.
Or we take a retreat to the Keys to look at some art.
That's
There you go. What is it, Miami's having their big, what is it?
Yeah.
Miami's having their Art Basel.
Yes, yes, that's
I've been in Art Basel 3 years in a row, and everybody needs to go and see some art. Oh my God.
Well,
It's really good.
Was that $50,000?
But I did know you all were struggling with it, because I talked to Faye too, and she.
I talked to Faye last night.
She's on the phone
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, she, I know that she has some concerns about it too.
Yeah.
And really, my main concern is that someone would be insulted if we can't find the right artist, because it's, you know, likeness is an important thing, and if you say, this is so-and-so, and they don't look like so-and-so, it's gonna be more of an insult and a thorn in everybody's side, and, you know.
See, it's easy to do abstract, you know?
Or
That look like-
You're exactly right.
And then it's deciding the thing, like I said, is it harmony, is it respect, is it love?
Well,
Well,
when you put something, when you put abstract, when you put something that's abstract, it's up to the person that's viewing it.
And as you put on it, if you put the word up there, that cues everybody, whoa, that's.
Yeah, they see what they wanna see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and the other thing too,
Yeah.
is if we do totally change gears and we scrap all of this, my recommendation would be, artists, you have something existing that would
There you
fit on a
go.
12 by 12 slab, and if so, send us some pictures of it.
I like that.
And then we can like evaluate that, because then we know exactly what it looks like, we know it's
And
20,000
it's done.
pounds, and it'll fit on the slab, and it's made out of bronze, and whatever, it's like, you know what it looks like.
No, I think that's a great idea.
So,
Have fun.
if we're all kind
Yeah.
of consensus on changing directions, does any kind of action need to be taken here?
So, staff dilemma, I have board direction for what we are doing. So staff is going to proceed with board direction. However, when I'm standing behind the podium, I don't mind mentioning, you guys had a robust
Well, these are the
discussion.
experts, right?
You guys had a robust discussion,
didn't-
you had
y'all didn't
sincere
listen to
concerns
us.
about honoring
My
a specific person. And then at the end of the day, 3 or more commissioners are gonna say, thank you so much, Arts Council, but no thank you, or, wow, really valid point.
Or say that the art council said, remember, we vote in November.
Commissioner Miller has never, ever heard that before. 2 of us coming open for that one this year.
Okay? Remind him, so the board says, remember,
No, I'm gonna
November
say,
2022.
these guys are the experts. You guys are the experts, and you've had trouble with every direction we've given has caused you problems. And so your recommendation is that we make the call to artists to submit something they think would be appropriate for that place.
And at the end of the day, you guys gonna have to sell it to the community
Sure,
of Alachua County.
sure.
And so far,
To defend it, we'll have to defend it.
right, and so far, you're failing because, because some communities, like I said, never heard
The
of the
communities that
people.
were upset about taking down Ojo will be the ones who are giving us hell about a new statue there, especially coming from a community that they don't understand or know
Right,
who these people are,
Right.
you know, especially if there's.
you taking down Ojo and put a black person up there, really?
Uh-huh.
Who is she?
Who is it? That's
He
good.
went to school and got a degree and did a job he was supposed to do.
That's it.
I know.
That's good. I'm leaving you guys. I've disrupted enough. I'm sorry, but I'm really glad to see your
You gotta stay
faces.
for
Is
one more
Faye
thing.
on the line? Is Faye
Okay.
there? Can Miss Faye give us some comments? Looks like it.
No comments.
Hey, Miss Faye.
So one more update while Commissioner Wheeler is
Okay.
here. This Tuscola is near and dear to our heart. So we are working on doing renovations out at the property, $2.7 million. For our art in public places, we have to set aside 1%, not to exceed $100,000 for public art on the property. So that means $100,000. So I currently have board direction for some kind of signage on 441, so people know that the property is there. And then, the Friends of Cuskawilla, they very much would like outdoor murals that are native animals that you might see on the property. And so maybe that could be something like frogs and butterflies and alligators and those types of things. So then the kids, whenever they stay at camp, it's like,
Snakes and
I'm
tiger.
staying in the snake cabin, or whatever, you know, and maybe that might help fill a little. But I also, and I need to try and figure out the logistics, and maybe you guys can give this some thought too. They love the idea of working with the University of Florida students, that maybe if we could get like the designs and everything through maybe our call to artists process, knowing that the students will actually do the mural. So give that a little bit of thought.
They've got a really good art program out there.
Is this something that's going?
And maybe we should sometimes go there to Santa Fe.
Where you got 441
US?
Start Road.
Oh, we should go.
So it would be right at that dirt road somewhere. Some signage that-
And the county
Yeah.
owns that park.
Just out of bed.
So we own the right of way right there.
Okay.
We own right of way.
Does DOT have to prove anything that
Oh,
goes
I'm
there?
taking my daughter all the time.
It's
Yeah,
state, it's not federal. I don't know if that's state
It's
DOT
always
or
together.
Well, it's state would have to
They-
prove it,
you
but
know,
it's
that's
US
you.
440.
Not what we call it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's the feds or the.
So with that, I ask these questions. Are there certain sizes that we have to consider, or?
Theoretically, yes, and the letters need to be a certain size so that you can read it. I don't know how fast the road is, 65, but they have to be such a size that whenever I'm driving by at 65 miles per hour, I can read it, you know, that it's not like,
And does it have to be like monument versus billboard?
that I don't know. But speaking of billboards, they have a billboard right there on the street too, and so that's an excellent point as well. But anyway, so, that's something that we're gonna be kind of trying to flesh out and figure out.
Right,
The art
key in there is a piece of artwork?
Possibly,
No, it's a sculpture.
possibly, yeah.
And, you know, that might work in there.
Especially if the kids are donating, and students are donating their time like painting it, and we just provide paint, I think we're gonna have a lot of money to do extra stuff.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you.
And thanks for endorsing me. And thanks for endorsing me.
No, absolutely. I don't endorse, but I will give you money. How?
Financial endorsement's great.
No, that's the only way.
The county, trust me, the county commissioners and
I give money to everybody, anybody who's running, you know, from my party, I give money to, so I don't pick and choose, you know, that way.
Yeah.
But,
I don't think they're ready for me yet.
I may be surprised.
Even Carol even agreed they're not ready for me.
Carol needs to run too, all you guys. Carol needs to sit in the art class. It's fun. Need new energy out there, thank you all so much for your work.
Thank you.
I will support whatever you say, I will. I
Okay.
will. Are those whistling ducks?
So, next item on the agenda, so Maggie Labarda has, submitted for the, Jack Durant's art loan. And so last month you saw her work, but because we didn't have a quorum physically present, we couldn't vote on it. So I do need a motion to accept, you know, her application and recommend it to the Board of County Commissioners that we can, you know, borrow this for a 3-month period of time.
Motion to accept.
Second.
All in favor?
Is this stuff that just hangs in the hallways?
It hangs in the commission chamber.
Commissioner,
Okay, the next one's gonna be a toughie, guys. All right, so, let's see how I can,
you sent a lot of these out.
there's a lot of these, and so we need to figure out how to do this. So the background on these first two is, the art tag, which is here in the top corner. The tax collector's office staff, we were talking at one time about buying them T-shirts so that whenever people come in and they are thinking about renewing their tag, you know, please consider an art tag, like I'm wearing the T-shirt kind of thing. So that's where these, designs came from, this one and this one. But we just never had enough money to like get that kind of off the ground, so. Then, Dr. Queen provided these next. Is that big enough? Can you guys see that okay? You can kind of see the county logo back here in the background, and then Alachua County Arts Council. Next one. Another Dr. Queen original design.
By the way, you know, I used to do this for a job, for a living.
Oh, and then here's another one.
I think I did 4.
Yeah.
So we have those, and then I don't know how you wanna do them, like, do we number them or what? And then the complication is these are kind of numbered. So then the, county's communications team, then they came up with iterations of what we had on the T-shirt. So that's where these others, so they kind of represent all the art disciplines of the method to the madness. There. So
I
those are all
just
formulas.
couldn't do the alligator thing. I mean,
You don't like dancing alligators?
oh.
And then
I would
kind of a swoosh of color and a blob of color.
Okay.
I would
Thank you.
say my
Thank
my
you.
personal favorite and the one that I would support is,
The
as
gator.
far as keeping it consistent, is this one here with adding the license plate here, you know, like you have it on the one with the gators. This one specifically for the arts tag promotion, because the old flyer that we have for the arts tag promotion, you know, doesn't have much color in it. You know, the one that we post on Facebook.
They don't have much color
Well, it's
either.
soft pink, yeah. Yeah, I
And then-
just got mine in the
So
mail.
for those on Zoom, it's the one that I have on.
Yeah, that.
Right.
And
Okay.
then the first one, which is that, for as far as letterhead or logo type thing.
That reminds me of a restaurant that, you know, at a distance. You know, I wear
For those
glasses.
joining on Zoom, number 1.
Yeah. That reminds me so
mine.
much of a restaurant, you know, when they're advertising their, you know, food.
Well, does anybody have some strong opinions about any of the other ones, or do we like what David has proposed?
I like the first one, this,
Okay.
he said with the logo. And then on that page, I actually like number 5.
I like number 5
number
too.
5 too.
I'm gonna go with 5.
So there's a lot of consensus
Yeah.
on number 5, so for those on Zoom, that's this one with the pink swoosh. And then also, I did not show you, so then I had a citizen who submitted
That's nice.
a couple as well. And so those were the citizen submitted ones. But right now, I think I'm hearing a lot of consensus on number 5.
I don't love number 5.
The only, my only drawback to number 5 is you can look at it, it says cats.
It doesn't look like.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
So I can even ask,
I
for further refinement of number 5, to fix the font a little so it doesn't
But I
look
like
like
the
that.
menu of art. That's kind of cute.
Yeah, because it has everything.
Like maybe just take away the swoosh.
Dance,
It looks like ATS.
film, music.
Okay, so maybe take away the swoosh and then maybe really better define the R.
I like the others, I like all the others better than that one. But I don't feel strongly about this topic, so if everyone outvotes me, I'm fine with it.
I'll second that motion.
So what do y'all think? Should I take number 5 back to communications and say, please remove this swoosh here and make the R a little bit more R looking?
R looking.
Yeah.
Okay, and then this is it?
Yep.
Okay. So do we want a motion on that, or is consensus
I'll just say
okay?
one more thing, like, they don't even teach cursive anymore. Like, cursive is old, it's outdated.
That's what makes us unique.
Art.
Yeah, that's true.
I
They
know,
don't,
why do
right?
they do that?
There's more important
That's
things.
like
to
an
do.
art form now.
It is an art form.
It's gonna be a secret language soon.
So do we want a motion or consensus, or how do you want to proceed?
Consensus is fine.
Okay.
Right, and number 8 is our artist conference discussion or update.
Okay, so that is really coming together beautifully. Right now, we have 14 in-person attendees who are confirmed, and then 1 virtual attendee. And then with all of our sponsorships, we have $1,950, and so that's the money that I need for continental breakfast, lunch, like beverage break, all of that good stuff. I've reached out, so, our chair is gonna make some remarks, Commissioner Wheeler, she's the county commission chair, and so she's planning on making some opening remarks. I understand that our poet laureate is confirmed. I'm trying to, find out what bills are currently working through the state legislative process, and so then once we figure out who is the best person, if not, I will provide the state legislative update. Then everybody else is really confirmed, so Jessica Hirov is yes, Queen and I are yes. Lyra is confirmed for that one. Let's see, Paul Gabbard is confirmed for his.
So now, do we have a design or something, a flyer for this, you know?
So we did, yes, from quite some time ago, and it had the people kind of blowing the smoke. That's on our current webpage.
Okay.
So now that we have a logo, I can, you know, even re-put out the press release with, you know, some of this information, but we have some survey, so each of the speakers will get evaluated, and then they'll receive that feedback. And then also on the survey asking for like ideas for next year's conference. And Irina is confirmed, and Sean Clements on the social media. So really, it's like we just need the day to come. The next thing that I need to kind of figure out is Neil, like allergies or anything like that. So I'll be sending an email to everybody who's registered. Just like, do you have any, like, you're vegetarian or you are allergic to nuts, whatever.
Like peanut, soy, milk.
Yes, all of that kind of stuff, because I really want everybody to leave the conference like in tip-top shape.
Yeah.
Now, the lunch, is it gonna be where you let somebody look at a menu and they pick beforehand, so you have it here?
So that's a great point. So do we want to almost do something like that? What I'm thinking is like
just draw the
hummus, they
bread.
have box lunch, or chicken salad chick, they have like, so something probably all contained, because I'm still a little, I think people are still a little COVID
What was that?
concerned. It's all contained in a box. So then it's like, you know, if you want ham or you want turkey or whatever, we can even figure that out and put your name on the box, so you just grab your box. But yeah, I like that idea, because I was just thinking maybe like 50-50 ham and turkey, and like maybe one or two vegetarian.
Vegetarian.
If we just ask people to begin with, it's like, these are your 3 or 4 options, so tell me what you want, and that makes it super easy.
Judy Skinner asked me to tell you, please let her know what she needs.
Oh, excellent, okay.
Yeah, I saw her the other day.
I will shoot her an email.
It'll also help share the information.
I'm fine with offering cold cut sandwich, sub-type deli sandwiches,
Okay.
and let
Anybody
people,
have an opinion?
ham, turkey. I don't know what a vegetarian sandwich is. Is it just lettuce and tomato?
They have other
I
vegetables.
don't know.
No, he didn't.
But you have hummus and that kind of
I
stuff.
don't-
How much, yes.
I'm a meat
That's,
eater.
that's like smushed down chickpeas.
Chickpeas, yeah. Okay, wait a minute, don't knock it, it's very good.
It's delicious, I love them.
I like it.
And you had to taste a Trinidad roti with, it had chickpeas, stew, oh my God.
Yum. You're making us hungry, so.
Okay, yeah, we gotta stop talking about this.
Okay.
My other question is, what do you need, like, from me that day? What do I need? Can I be here to do help?
So for the most part, I feel like I'm gonna get here plenty early, make sure everything's like continental breakfast, everything's ready to go, like, oh yes, we know you're here, that kind of thing, like checking people in, maybe doing name badges and stuff. So in between, it's like, oh, you're Queen, nice to meet you, you know, like that kind of stuff. But where I need a little help is I'm doing a session. And so if somebody wants to volunteer to like staff the booth in case we have late arrivers, or like where's the bathroom, or just stuff, you know, like
do that.
somebody to just like be the,
I don't mind.
I don't
and
mind.
then at one point also I'll be leaving to like pick up stuff. I may pick it up on my way into the office, I just don't know if I have enough refrigerator space, depending, like hopefully we get 50 people. I don't have room for 50 lunches.
I'm off on Friday, so I can be here all day to help you.
Awesome. So maybe you could be my runner for food.
Man, I'm good with that.
And I can help staff booths if you
Thank
need it.
you, if you don't mind staffing while I'm teaching. And then from there, I think those are the only weird things I got going on.
I'll be here.
And what day is this?
Friday, January 21st.
You write this down. Friday. January what?
21st.
21st? Okay. Is that a
And then
full
for the
day?
virtual attendee, I was actually thinking of putting together something and like mailing it to them, or letting them know your thing is ready, and so you come by and pick it up. but there would be like maybe some Danish and some drinks and some, I don't know, crackers or something in there so that they kind of feel a part.
coffee maker?
Like they feel a part while we're
Oh,
having like
I mean,
our beverage
coffee maker,
break,
that
they
would
can
probably be
have something.
dangerous, huh? People can burn themselves.
Probably.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But, so we
Get
may
that.
break out in a couple spots so people can sit at a table. We can go outside, wherever you're comfy. Go to Bo Diddley and sit over there, wherever.
Most of the people who, 15 that you said signed up, are they mostly Gainesville based or other smaller cities?
So my guess would be Gainesville, but let me double check. They're all like artist types. Like I have 3 from Gainesville Fine Arts, and so I assume they're all Gainesville. And there's you guys. I know some of you are from not Gainesville.
I'm not.
Do we have any, other than the poet laureate, do we have anybody playing any kind of music, or
So at this point, no ma'am.
we have money in our budget if we wanted to get somebody?
So I was hoping to do some type of hands-on something, so I think with 1950 in the budget, honestly, with the food, like, we're gonna have money left. So if we need some money to bring in somebody to do something, I'll budget for that.
Maybe a guitarist,
That's
somebody
what
that,
a
that
friend
do
of mine
folk.
does foot sax, but a guitarist would be cool.
That would be awesome.
Kenny G playing over in the corner.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be great.
So, yeah, if you don't mind reaching out to them and.
I will, and then I'll put you in touch with them.
That would be great.
Okay.
And is anybody on for public comments? Ms. Space still on?
I'm gonna say it's still on. Ms. Fay, did you have any public comment for us?
Nope. Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Anything else from anybody?
So my question is, we've got a lot of stuff done. Did you wanna have a January 3rd meeting?
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah,
All right.
Ooh,
So-
January 3rd?
But that's right before the conference.
right.
Oh, but it's right after.
Can
the-
we do it January 10th? January 3rd's still a holiday for some people.
Yeah, actually, I couldn't do January 3rd.
Okay, so let me check on January 10th, and I'll let y'all know.
Because the conference is the 21st.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
that'd be 10 days later if we did it at 10.
Sounds like
Yeah,
the conferences are up, though. I mean, do we really need to talk about it more?
I mean, we may have some music, but
Oh, true.
I
I'll
think,
let you know that
I
this
think constantly planning to make sure all the bugs are out. Is- I practice every night before I go to sleep.
Is there a motion to?
And if we wanted to promote this, so what do we do? Just go to the county's Facebook website?
so
That's not what
they put out some information it was a while ago now, it was at least a month ago, but. And I don't mind getting with them too to say, you know, we're getting closer, so you mind pushing it again.
Be nice.
Okay.
All right, adjourn?
Oh,
Oh, yes, we got a
what,
question.
meeting date, was that ever settled?
I need to check to see the availability of this room, so I'll let y'all know tomorrow.
Okay.
Adjourning at 39 PM.